Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games back with another cool pinball-ish repair video for you today. We have purchased these two Williams Pennant Fever pitch and bat machines, and we are going to fix both of them at the same time. What do you think about that? We're going to do it in this video too. What do you think about that? Or we'll get started at least. So if you're not familiar with these, this is Pennant Fever. We've got two of them in varying degrees of shape. These came out in 1984, and they were the first digital or solid state Williams Pennant pitch and bat game. So there were about 150 different pitch and bat games. Can you believe that? We're in South Carolina, Rock Hill, just below Charlotte, North Carolina, and people come in all the time asking us if we have any of those games that used to be at the beach, and this is what they're talking about. They're usually talking about the older ones, but it's the same thing. So at the Myrtle Beach Pavilion, there used to be an entire wall in a couple different arcades. I think one of them may still actually be down there, but there was an entire wall of these, as far as you could see, like 30 of them, 40 of them in a row, and it was the older ones, but people used to love when they went down there, they would go in that one arcade and play the hell out of those things. So we still get people all the time asking if we have any of them. So these are a little bit more modern. These, like I said, 1984. The ones that were in operation down there 10 years ago at least were the old ones. But, and like I said, they may still be down there. I don't know. I need to go look, I guess, huh? But we bought both of these off of a gentleman, and they both have issues. We're going to fix all the issues, and then we're going to sell them. And we figured it would be cool to do a video series where we did them at the same time. Now, we did that once before with the, we ended up with two Gottlieb Bad Girl pinball machines in at the same time, and we fixed them both at the same time. So if you're interested in that, go check out the video. So they have a similar cabinet to a pinball machine, but it's a little different. I don't know about the measurements and things, but it's a little bit off because it's got the glass on the top instead of the, well, pinballs do too, but I mean, it's got the glass frame that isn't, well, I guess on the other ones they're removable too. The frame's different. How about that? Because they don't have flippers. So you have a pitch button and a bat button. And that's about it, and a start button. But these ones, since they're a little bit newer, they have speech and things like that. Now, but it's early speech, otherwise known as the good speech. So they're cool little games. It'll be fun to get them up and running and playing again. It's got the cool Williams logo on the side with a baseball theme. And I've mentioned before how they used splatter paint on the cabinets to kind of hide the imperfections in the wood. If you look at this one, you can see a big biscuit in the middle of it, where this is just plywood that has flaws like that. And over time, that joint where the biscuit was added in the plywood has came back where you can see it. And there's another one there. All right, so they made these out of just cheap plywood, which is fine. There wouldn't be a pinball machine if they were made with a really nice finish, would they? I guess if they were, some of the wood rails were nicer. So you might think, I said there were 150 different ones, and this was Williams' first solid state one. So how many different pitch and bat games did Williams make? To the best I can tell, they made about 50 of them. There's about 50 different titles that Williams themselves made that were pitch and bat games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of them. This is the condition we're starting in on this one. Got a little bit of a paper manual. Got some paper info here. More of a manual that we got from the gentleman. This one's in a little bit better shape on the outside, but the playfield's not in as good a shape. Got a little bit of wear up there. We'll look at all that. The back glasses are pretty decent on both of them. They're a little faded. I don't think they're supposed to be that pinkish orange color on the title, but none of it's flaked or anything, so they'll light up just fine. And the same operator had these, and they had them in Myrtle Beach. That's where their office is. So these are legit, people. And I'm going to read the rules for you right here at the beginning, just so you understand, if you've never played these, what the deal is, so that you'll... Because you might be looking at this saying, I don't know, it's just a baseball game. Well, let's read the rules, and we'll look at it a little bit. I'll get you hyped up for it, and then you'll be excited to see us fix them. Okay, so this says... For amusement only, one play is 1 quarter. Insert a second quarter for a 2-player game. 3 innings per game. Okay. 3 outs per inning. All right. So if, you kind of got to know baseball a little bit to get it, but you get 3 innings in every quarter, and then you get 3 outs per inning, just like regular baseball, right? So you get to swing the bat at least 9 times. Pennant Fever. Now remember, they had made many, many, many of these by this point. Upper Deck awards home run. We'll look at that in a second. Double score on home run when lit. 1 pennant with a grand slam home run. Consecutive home runs increases the home run multiplier. Second player selects the pitch. 1 replay after 30 runs. 10 pennants award a replay. So if you get 30 runs, because it keeps track of what base you're on if you don't get a home run. If you drive in 30 runs, you get a replay. Or if you get 10 pennants, you get a replay. And the way you get a pennant is if you hit a grand slam home run. There's probably another way too, but consecutive home runs increases the home run multiplier. And then it says second player selects pitch. So if you're playing a 2-player game, a 2-player game, the batter does not get to select his pitch. But if you're playing a 1-player game, as I understand it, we'll check all this here shortly, you select your pitch and bat at the same time. So the pitch, they've got fast, curve, and changeup. So won't that be interesting to see how the hell they pulled that off? How do they make it have a fastball, a curveball, and then a changeup, I guess, is it just picks one for you. But we'll see. Double score on home run when lit. Upper Deck awards a home run. So what happens is this little flap comes up in the middle and the ball comes screaming out of it. And then you have this bat down here at the bottom. And when you hit the bat button, that swings. Swing, bada, bada, swing. Okay, and then whatever angle you hit it at, just like baseball, it goes flying up the playfield. There are rubber bumpers on the sides, so you can't really get a foul. I guess if it falls down to the bottom, you get an out. It doesn't. I don't think it keeps track of fouls. Okay. Now, what you want to do is hit it just right where you hit this damn ramp right at second base. And when you do, you're going to Babe Ruth it up in the air to that upper deck up there. And when you land in that upper deck, you score a home run. If that lights up, you get 2 home runs. And if you notice right below it there, it says Win with Williams, and there's a light that says Laser Q. Didn't we have that game? It must have just came out at the time. I think we did a video on that one. And then this one says, I can't even read it from here. Mystic Marathon. Wow. Holy crap. And then, does that say? That's a puck bowler. Triple strike puck bowler. Very cool. All right, but usually you don't hit that ramp unless you're just great at it. So if you miss the ramp and the ball bounces off the sides or whatever, it might hit one of these little things at the back. Now, I don't know if hitting the target is what makes it score, or if it's there's a sensor back there, but you can get a single or an out means that the guy caught it or the girl caught it. A double and a triple in the middle. A double, out, and single. So you can actually get a single and end up on first base, and it runs for you, and it plays music and everything. And then you can get a double. He hits a double, and it pushes him up to here. He might. I don't know if. I don't think you can tell it to steal, but I don't know if it would give you 2 bases or. Well, yeah, it would have to, because this guy's getting a double, so the other guy'd have to at least be on third. So anyway, very cool, very cool. We'll have to watch that. If you hit a double, it may force the player that's already on base to run 2 bases. So very cool. So in the back box, there are some little score windows, and you've got your visitors and your home score, the innings, the strikes, and the outs. And then up at the top, you've got the number of pennants that they were talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you get 10, you get a free game. Very cool. Then at the top, there is a light. I would imagine probably goes off when you hit a home run. So we've got 2 of them. Like I said, we're going to fix them both at the same time. The one is shorter than the other one because the legs are the wrong legs, or maybe they're just all the way down or something, but we'll figure that out. So what I want to show you, though, is let's look at some of Williams' older ones, just so you can get an idea of the history of these things. Guess what? I got some in the other room. Okay, so in our room here, we have one of these patiently awaiting being restored. This is a 1963 Williams Major League. And it has like this Formica top on it, the pitch button, and then you push it to swing the bat. But it's not a mechanical thing. You're pushing the switch, which is making a solenoid fire. And as you can see, the playfield is actually in better shape on this one than on those newer ones. So this thing is coming up, but it's a big deal. The cabinet needs completely repainted. And this is a larger game. Do you see that home run plastic in the back there, how it's all melted up and everything? So on this one, you try to hit that ramp, and if you hit it just right, you go through that hole. So we have a reproduction one up there above it. It's going to be very nice, people. And then the most interesting thing is there in the back. So here's the back glass. We have a reproduction back glass for it as well. But look in the back. There's a little diorama with little players that run around the bases, like actual little figurines that move around the bases if you hit a double or whatever. Wow! How cool is that? So we're taking our time on this one. We haven't got started on it yet because we've had it a while. We just want to make sure that we have enough time to spend and repaint it and get it nice. That's going to be a really cool piece. Okay, so that's 1963. They call this one 1963 Major League because there was another Williams Major League that came out in 1955. Like I said, they made like 50 different pitch and bat games. So let's look at another one. So up here we have a few games stored. What do you think? Got a Flight 2000 that's missing the lockdown bar and lockdown receiver. If anybody has a wide body stern lockdown bar and receiver for the bar, let us know. We've been looking for one. We can't find one, so we haven't been able to pull that thing out and fix it yet. And then the Mario Brothers we're letting accumulate wealth. We bought this hit and run a while back. The back glass is a little rough, but we're going to be able to save it. This is a 1970 Williams hit and run baseball game. Hit and run, people. Big old wide body game, and it's the same thing. Let me brighten it back up. Similar action on the playfield. You have the green flap that opens up, the ball comes out. Hit it with the bat. Comes down here. There's actually some bumpers and stuff on the field here. So we're set at the... Now how the hell is that right? Look. Looks like somebody's put bumpers on the playfield so that you can't lose the ball to one of the fielders. What kind of crap is that? And it appears to have... Oh yeah, damn, that's creative. Okay, so you hit the ball, crack, I think those bumpers are not supposed to be there. So there's a hole behind that that represents the fielder. So he grabs the ball. So he caught it. Well, if you miss that, maybe you knock it out into the outfield. If you hit that ramp there, it'll go around. Then see the ball line, the track, into the hole too. How do you get a home run? I don't know how you get a home run. I guess you just hit and run on this one. It says, it's upside down so you can't read it maybe. I guess I can read it. It says, insert coin to start game. Insert second coin for 2 players. Press left button to pitch. Press right button to bat. Object of the game is to keep the ball on the field as long as possible. This game plays and scores exactly as real baseball. What do you think about that? Well, how do you get a home run? Because that's what I get in real baseball. So look for this one down the road. This one here is very restorable as it is. We don't need any parts for it or anything. It's just we haven't got to it yet. Kind of a big game. Here's the back box. So it's coming up. All right, so that was what Williams was doing in 1970. Let's go back to 1984. Okay, so 1984, this is what they were doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the glass off both of them. I'm going to prop the playfield up, and I'm going to look and see where the power comes in, because whenever we fix them, that's how we like to do it. We follow the power into the machine. And we'll look at the transformer and all of that. So let me slide the glass out, and we'll see from there. People were asking, how do you even do that on pinball machines? If you open the door, these ones are different because it's not really a pinball. This probably has latches on it. Once you get those latches off, this will probably come off. So you can take the control panel off. You can see it's very simple under there. Just a little micro switch on this side, which may have been replaced. Yeah, looks like originally it probably had a leaf switch too. And then 3 leaf switches over there. Very simple. So we'll unplug that, and then the glass can slide out, and then we should be able to get underneath the playfield. I just want to follow the power into the game and see what's going on under there. Make sure there's not a bunch of stuff rolling around other than those free quarters. Okay, folks, we popped them both up. They just had a little latch on the side that holds the playfield down. You can lift it right up. So there is a big trough that gets the ball from, well, if I can figure out where it's getting it from. How in the world is it getting back in it? I guess no matter what, it's coming down to the out hole and then sliding down in here. What is the other trough for, though? Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, there's something else in the back. That would explain it. So when that folds down, that metal tube goes into some more contraptions behind here that we'll look at later. And so the balls are fed back down into the bottom. And it looks like there's just one in each thing. Oh, no, I'm wrong. That one has one in it, but this one has a couple, at least. This playfield here, it seems like it's a little bit better. Now, I don't know what differentiates between a fastball and a curveball, but we'll figure that out. But this motor spins it around. This little arm has a little give on it. It goes around, hits the ball that's been fed, and makes it do its thing. Or I suppose. We'll figure all that out too. But I don't see there any way for it to do it different, except it could, change the speed. Oh, this can pull in, which either, okay, yeah, that can pull in, which either puts this into play or not into play. So, I don't know. We'll figure it all out. We'll look on the schematics and stuff. Big, huge coil up here for the actual bat. Okay. and then light bulbs, a couple little relays. Down in the bottom, there's a tilt, another tilt, there's a volume knob, and there's a bell to ring. Very cool. So I guess it makes a bell sound whenever you hit a home run or something. All right, are you ready to be pissed off? If you don't want to get angry, don't watch, okay? Go ahead and bounce out of the video if you don't want to get angry. There's a damn knob to make the bat stronger or weaker. Now you know, folks. Now you know. Okay. So yeah, we got to mess with that too. There's the power switch is down here. And it looks like the power just runs back. I would imagine this is a light in here that's not working, I'll bet. Yeah, that's going to be a light fixture. So there's going to be a light in there. There's a couple cables that were cut off something. There was just a little bit more literature in some of these instruction cards and price cards. And then, like I said, this one over here is in a little bit better shape. So that's kind of all that's going on underneath it. There's some more junk down in there, so I'll clean them up, and then we'll lay the playfields back down, and we'll look in the back box. What do you think about that? Okay, so I got them vacuumed out, got them nice and clean, or as clean as they get than the bottom of a pinball machine. There's still a little dirt. That's just so you know it's vintage. That's how you know that it's not some cheap knockoff that's like a new one or anything. Wouldn't want that. So cleaned them out, and I noticed a couple things. Let me show you. So it's got the old pinballs in it, but these are I guess they're not really pinballs because they don't hit any pins, but they're smaller. So I got to order some new ones of those. A Pinball Resource sells those, so we'll be able to get those, no problem. I think a couple other places do too. I think they're 3/4 inch. But if you contact Pinball Resource, they can tell you for sure. And then a couple other things that I noticed. The plunger assembly's got a little wear in a couple of them. So I might need to get replacement links for it. So we're going to see if we can order some parts for that to get it working better. And then there was something missing too. Oh, yeah. All right. I figured out how to make it where you're going to be interested in watching all of the videos. So some people might be like, it's a pinball game, but it's really just a baseball game. So, you know, they're kind of interesting, but I'm not going to watch all the other videos where he fixes them because I don't really care about those. Let me show you why you want to care about them. So I was looking at the pitching assembly here, you know, and I was thinking, well, how does it throw a curveball, right? And some of you are probably familiar with these and know exactly how it throws a curveball. So it comes around, this goes this way, it hits the ball. Remember, this is the front of the machine. Throws it to the bat, right? And then the coil comes in and hits the ball. So the ball goes that way. There's like 3 little screws missing over there. And look, it looks a little burnt, the playfield. There's a wire. There's a damn fuse here and a little capacitor. What's going on with all that? So the designers of the pitch and bat games, they put a freaking magnet on the playfield. So to throw a curveball, what it does is it hits it with a magnet as it rolls over it on the top. Ball comes out about right here. The magnet makes the ball roll. But the one's missing on this one, so we got to find one of those. So I have emailed the Pinball Resource to see if they have any ideas about what we need. We'll see if we can track that down. But that'll all be down the road in another video, because we're just doing the beginning. But I'm just saying, I noticed and I wrote down we might need that linkage part to make it all, rebuild some of this stuff. It's all shown in the manual. We definitely need the magnet because it won't throw a curveball. What fun is that? And we definitely need new balls for it. So, but other than that, everything looks complete. Looks like it's all there. So I'll drop the play fields down, and then let's look in the back boxes. Okay, so I popped the back glass out. You can see that they have 2 little 7-digit displays in it. And then I got a whole lot of stuff in this little tiny back box. So there is a, I don't know if that won't come out. Let's see, there's a fuse down here, which must be the, I suppose, the fuse for the, well, I don't know, we'll have to look on the schematics, but there's a fuse here. There is a service outlet here. There's a big cap. There's 2 bridge rectifiers. This is a System 8, which is the one before System 9, obviously. And it has that issue where if the bridge shorts, sometimes it can burn up some of the wiring. So we'll have to do that little mod for it. You got 4 fuses over here for the general illumination. Someone has soldered wires onto the power supply because their connector burn up, I suppose. So we'll need to fix that. I mean, that's not right. Come on, people. Come on, people. Power supply doesn't look like it's ever had any of the capacitors replaced or anything. So that will be the first step. Take that out and work on it. Here's your display area up here. And then we got the main board over here. It's got some battery damage. On the holder, at least. So we'll have to look into that. Ugh. Ugh. So maybe we try plugging it in and starting it, right? This is the one on the right. So maybe we try plugging it in and starting it. What do you think about that? I guess we can attempt it. Okay, we'll try turning it on. Got a 0 on the board. That's a good thing, I think. No displays. And the playfield's not doing anything. Let's see here. There's no batteries, though. Sometimes you need to do it. Sometimes you need to turn it off and back on quick. Look at that. So I'll explain what I just did. So on a Williams, whenever you turn it on, it immediately boots. And it comes up in test mode if there's no batteries or if the batteries have died. So we were in test mode. But on a Williams, there's this little trick where you can turn it off and right back on real quick before you give the capacitors time to drain, and it kind of boom, bumps it into the gameplay. So we're in gameplay, but we don't have any displays. But it's definitely up in the track. Let's see if we can get it to coin up. I don't have the control panel on it, though. Coin switches are pretty rough. Let's see if the start button works. Nope, I'm getting nothing. All right. Oh, wait a minute. It might have started. We don't have the control panel on. Okay, so this one's trying to do something, but we don't have any sound. So that's where we're starting. Let's try the other one. So this is the left one. Looks a little cleaner inside. The at least one of the connectors hasn't burnt all the way off, but we do have some kind of electrical tape here, so we'll have to look into that. Just 2 bridges and the capacitor, power supply. Look, everything looks cool. Oh, there's got more something soldered to the, or just tied to the damn power supply. I don't know about that. Main board looks a lot cleaner though, a lot more clean. So here's the deal. These are System 8 games, which this is the only production game that was a System 8 game. So System 7 was like Firepower, stuff like that. I think Gorgar, stuff like that, was System 7, Williams System 7. System 3 was Contact, a few other games. System 4, so 1 and 2 didn't exist. System 3 was Contact. System 4 was like Flash. System 5, I think they skipped, I think. System 6 was a few of the games right after Flash. I think Flash was such a good selling game that some of them were System 4 and some of them were System 6. And then I believe Firepower is System 7. And there's other games too, you know, there were several. And then they came up with this System 8, which was a completely different board set, nothing like the earlier System 6 and System 7 stuff. And then they made Pennant Fever for it, and they made like some kind of prototype game or something that wasn't anything like a pinball or a stand-up pinball or something that they never actually released as a production game. And then they moved from System 8 to System 9. So this System 8 board was only used in this game. So if you got big board problems, you might be in trouble. I don't know how similar it is to a System 9 or a System 11. It looks like it's a little different because I don't think there's as much stuff over here, but I don't know. You might be able to rig up a System 9 board to work in it somehow, but we just need to keep the batteries from corroding all over the board and eating it up, and we can keep fixing this one. So, yeah, so there's System 8, and everything looks clean on this one. So let's try turning it on and see if this one does anything. Our light is going. We got a 0. We got a light down here. So same thing. I think we're in test mode. Also doesn't have any displays, but let me try turning it off and right back on real quick. Boom. That did it. Yeah, so somebody has wired up that light to just be on all the time. It's connected directly to the power supply. That ain't right. See if we can get some. No displays though. Okay. Sounds like this one would probably work if we had the control panel on it. But you know what? We're not going to do that because the displays don't work. I can't tell what's going on here. They won't do the do 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 when you hit it a third time. All right, so I wonder if it. Yeah, so it just gave me a double. Okay, so another one comes down. Let's do it. Get an out. Strike! Or did that say out? I guess it said out. Triple. Yeah, I got a score. Okay, here we go. Did you hear that? A little defender action there at the end for you. Remember, this was Williams. Okay, so yeah, this one's limping along, and that one's kind of limping along. So we're looking pretty decent, but we need to get the displays working first, which would be the power supply. So that will be the first thing that we mess with, but we'll save that for our next video. But okay, folks, so that'll end this one. This is what we're starting with. What do you think? I think these are two nice little beds to start with. This one has some battery corrosion on the main board. The displays don't work. This one, the displays don't work, and the playfield is in worse shape. It's got some wear there. It's got some wear up here. But the thing has been shellacked by somebody. See that? So, I don't know what we're going to do about that yet. I think we're still going to try to touch it up, but we'll see. So that's what we're starting with. We'll see if Pinball Resource can get any of the parts for us to rebuild the bats. And we'll take it from there. So leave your comments below. Let us know what you think so far. Make sure to give us a thumbs up for filming it so far for you. Hope you are looking forward to this series. We appreciate everybody that has been using our Amazon associate links. Thank you very much. If you don't know about that, if you're going to buy something on Amazon, if you click our link to go to Amazon before you buy whatever you were planning on buying on Amazon, it gives us a royalty for that. And so tons of people have been doing it. We appreciate everybody that's been doing that for us. We thank you for thinking about us. We're not going to start a Patreon or any of that because we have a business here. We're making money off of fixing and selling these things already as it is. And we don't want to charge you for watching the videos. They're all free. Now, in the future, I might sell out and make all kinds of money out of making them private or something, but probably not anytime soon, so don't even worry about it. So, I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you haven't done it yet, go check out my brother Donnie, who is really our brother, right? And his channel. So this week he's been uploading videos somehow that he got of people performing at the Grand Ole Opry. He gets around, folks. It has none of his videos have anything to do with arcade games, but usually we're working on buildings or cars or trucks or something fun. We rebuilt an old mobile home and got it all up and running. I mean, all up and rentable. Did a whole series on that. So we're always having fun over there. So go check that out. It's called My Brother Donnie. The link is down below. So let us know what you think. Give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next video. I'm going to start working on these power supplies, but I'm going to end this video and start a second video. But don't worry about it. You'll see it soon. Probably tomorrow.